How many times have you looked at the clock at the end of the day and wondered, where did my time go? If you're like most people, this happens almost daily. The truth is, we don't lose time, we waste it without realizing. Today I'm going to tell you a story that could completely change how you see every moment of your life. This isn't just a story about a young man who discovered something extraordinary. It's a mirror of your own journey with the most valuable resource we all have, but few know how to use. In a mid-sized city lived Lucas, 28 years old. Lucas was the type of person everyone considered smart and talented, but faced a challenge many of us know well: chronic procrastination. This wasn't just a bad habit, it was something that was stealing his dreams, one day at a time. Every time Lucas looked at his unfinished projects, his delayed goals, his plans that never left the paper, he felt a mixture of frustration and guilt. His friends managed to accomplish incredible things, while he always had the same excuse: I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow became a week, the week became a month, and months transformed into years of lost opportunities. Until one day something changed. In a small downtown bookstore, Lucas met Mr. Roberto, a 70-year-old man, owner of the establishment, who had in his eyes that wisdom of someone who had lived intensely every moment. After hearing Lucas complain about how time passed too quickly, Mr. Roberto smiled in a way that indicated deep understanding. "I'm going to propose something different," said Mr. Roberto. "I won't give you advice about time management. I'll give you 3 experiences." Lucas was intrigued. "You must visit 3 places today at specific times I'll give you. But attention, in each place, observe not just what people do, but how they relate to time. When you finish, you'll understand why some people live decades in just a few years, while others spend years without really living." Mr. Roberto handed over 3 addresses with marked times. The first at 9 a.m., the second at noon, the third at 3 p.m. Don't arrive before or after. The right timing makes all the difference. Lucas went to the first address, a pottery studio in a quiet neighborhood. What he found completely surprised him. A 45-year-old woman had been working on a piece for 3 uninterrupted hours, completely absorbed in the process. "It's not about having time," said Marina the ceramist, without taking her eyes off the clay. "It's about being present in the time you have. Every second I spend here creating is worth more than hours wasted aimlessly browsing the internet." For the first time, Lucas saw that the problem wasn't lack of time, but lack of presence. Marina didn't look at her phone, didn't think about what she'd do next. She was there, entirely there, but there were still unanswered questions. The second stop took Lucas to a busy restaurant in the city center. Here, the lesson was different but related. The chef, even in the middle of the lunch rush, moved with calculated calm. Each movement had purpose. "Urgency isn't rush," explained the chef during a quick break. "Rush is when you move without direction. Urgency is when every action has meaning and perfect timing." Lucas began to understand that speed without purpose was just agitation. The most productive people didn't run desperately. They moved with intention. The puzzle pieces were beginning to fit together. The final experience would be at a nursing home, something Lucas never expected. He arrived and found Mr. Roberto talking with a group of elderly people. But what impacted him most was the energy of the place. Contrary to what he imagined, those people radiated vitality. "You want to know the secret of time?" asked Mrs. Amelia, 89 years old, with bright eyes. "It's not about how much time you have. It's about what you do with the awareness that it's finite." Finally, everything made sense. Lucas realized he had spent years running from the reality that time is limited, and this escape was exactly what made him waste it. What seemed like a laziness problem was actually fear of facing the preciousness of each moment. Mr. Roberto explained, "When you accept that time is your most valuable and finite resource, every minute becomes a conscious choice. It's not about being perfect, it's about being intentional." In that moment, Lucas felt a profound transformation. Procrastination wasn't about lack of motivation. It was about not sufficiently valuing the present. When Lucas returned to his routine, he carried more than knowledge. He carried a new way of relating to each moment. Starting projects immediately, without waiting for the perfect moment, became natural. In 2 weeks, he finished 3 projects that had been stalled for months. More importantly, he discovered an inner peace that came from being aligned with his time. Lucas learned that valuing time isn't about obsessive productivity, but about conscious presence and intentional action. and you can discover this too. The truth is this: time doesn't come back, but awareness of it can transform every minute we still have. If you're postponing your dreams, procrastinating your goals, remember that every moment is a unique opportunity that will never return. Time is like clay in a potter's hands. It only takes shape when worked with presence and intention. If this story touched you in some way, leave a like. It helps more people find these reflections. And tell me in the comments, what's that project or dream you've been postponing that you could start today? Subscribe for more stories that can change your perspective on life.